Let's talk about relationships. I made several recordings on this because, like I said, in previous videos, this topic intrigues me, and I haven't fully grasped it yet. I think there's still like different dimensions and angles that I still haven't really assessed, so I don't have a full scope of what I'm dealing with, and so I haven't really put the subject to rest. That's what happens. Like for me, like if a subject presents itself, depending on my level of interest, I will completely analyze it, dissect it, assess it, and try to see it from as many angles as possible until I get a very clear picture of what I'm dealing with in order to you know, be able to really move that along, file it away so that I can, approach a new subject at hand. So love and relationships are still kind of not really super coherent to me, so I'm still exploring it. But, so in regards to Briggs-Meyer, they have I'm not an expert at this, but I know they have suggested relationship compatibility types. I think with anything, doesn't matter. I think you can, yeah, okay, you'll have certain personality types that will be more compatible with you because you guys have easier a synergy, or you guys can communicate better, or you have a lot of things that are in common, so that does make it easier. However, I think every relationship has its challenges, has its difficulties, has its struggles. So it doesn't matter how compatible or how not compatible you are. I think it's completely dependent on the two individuals and how willing they are to make it work. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's that. And for me, I use Briggs-Meyer as a tool to help me understand, but I also know that it's flawed and it's not completely accurate. It's dependent on the individual, and each individual is so unique that you can't really categorize them or place them in a box, you know? Yes, it kind of gives you something to work with, but it's not concrete. Another thing that I use are astrological charts. So, or sometimes numerology. And again, I'm not an expert at this, but they're just other tools that I can utilize in order to get a clearer picture of what I'm dealing with. So, and I'm highly interested in knowing people. Yeah. And so, depending on my relationship with you, and how often I have to interact with you, I would like to know more about you so that I can know what to do to adjust myself in order to create harmony, so we can coexist in a space and a relationship that is beneficial, and there will be little to no conflicts. I mean, obviously there's conflicts and then you deal with that accordingly, but yeah, so relationships. Yeah, it's just dependent on the individuals and how their willingness to make it work. You know what I mean? And it's interesting. I am highly selective about the people that I interact with, and highly selective. It's weird. I appreciate everything and everyone as they are. However, there are few people that I will allow to enter my inner sanctum, if you get what I'm saying. So, I will be cordial and kind in accordance to what is necessary in the moment, independent on the individuals I'm interacting with. But as far as allowing them to know me, it takes a while. I don't think I have trust issues. It's just if I'm going to invest my time in someone, I want to make sure that, it's a worthwhile investment, because I'm inclined to prefer deep connections that are long lasting. I'm not really interested in like a touch and go kind of relationship. I'm interested in like the investment, you know? Like if I'm going to take the time and energy and effort to like create a connection with you, I'm hoping that it will be a lofty investment, you know? And I haven't met that many people that are interested in that. I could blame it on my selection process. I could blame it on my inability to settle, because I don't like to settle. I mean, why settle when you can like wait for something that is what you really want, you know? Um, yeah. Yeah, I think that's why I'm alone most of the time. And I know, like, I'm not like super knowledgeable in this, but I guess like people like us attract narcissists and psychopaths and sociopaths, and I think an unhealthy, I don't know if it's INFJ or person in general who's codependent, attracts these personality types to them to teach them to not be codependent and to give everything that you need to yourself. You know, I'm kind of coming off rambly. I don't know if I'm making sense anymore. But yeah, I think anybody can form a long-lasting relationship with anybody. Again, this is going to be repetitive and redundant, but it's dependent on the willingness of both parties and their, desire to work at creating something together and not giving up or throwing in the towel when things get tough or weird or hard. I mean, at the same time, they're going to have to be willing to grow together and change together, because they feel like if one person is putting in the work to grow and this one doesn't want to, that's when relationships fall apart as well, because of the lack of willingness to like keep up with the partner. You got to grow together. Anyways, I'm gonna end it. It's probably super rambly, but that's what I do best. Amen.